Hello, everyone. My name is Stanley St. Rose, and today we're going to be talking about The Age of Reason by Thomas Paine. Now, before I go into the summary and analysis of this work, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and/or comment so the channel can continue to grow. All right, The Age of Reason by Thomas Paine. Very interesting work here. So this is very controversial. So Thomas Paine, he does not go with religion, all right? With this work here, he rejects the common beliefs in Christianity, like miracles and stories that are transcendent, or anything that's transcendent within the Bible that cannot be proved through reason or scientific um, actualities. He's against. So he goes against religion, Judaism, Islam, however you wanna go about it. He goes against it. He's a deist. So deism, you're looking at a natural, or what he argues it. Let's make it very clear here. Um, what he argues is that we should look at nature, that God created nature, that God created the universe, and pretty much he doesn't interfere with human life. Now, right off the bat, just if you know the Bible, you know that, I mean, the Bible says, the Bible says, I mean, God even speaks within the Bible through several examples in the Bible how God interferes with human life. Literally, Mary had a dream, and an angel came to tell her about her, and how she's going to be the mother of Jesus. Like, literally, God is intervening in dreams. That's how much he intervenes in human life. Like, the Bible literally begins with Adam and God. Like, that's just God and Adam just literally having a conversation. So the central idea of the Christian belief is that God is personal, that he's literally personal to the point where he literally came down, you know, he was born Jesus. Like, I mean, like, the whole Bible is all about God present on earth every which way. There's no, the idea that he's not personal and that he's not intervening in human life, it just doesn't go with the Bible. So it was very controversial because, again, at the time that Thomas Paine was writing his works, I mean, America was very religious. The French. It was just a very religious time. So to just go so a lot of people just start to call him an atheist because it's like, what he's not saying he doesn't believe in God, but his definition of God, it's like his mind, reason, critical thinking, natural beliefs, nature. Let's look at nature. Let's abandon the orthodox, the traditional ways of looking at religion. He's saying that religion is just a way for these structured, uh, I mean, just look at structured realities. I mean, think about the church or organizations. I say structured organizations that were just built to enslave people, terrify people, and to keep them under bondage. So again, it's very, this work is very controversial, going towards reason and being a deist, and it's just people weren't going with it because, again, human beings have always been religious, have always been people have always been looking at the stars, searching for God. It doesn't matter whether or not we have technology. I mean, today we have, I mean, 2025, we have technology, we have science, we have all these things. But I would say people are more religious now than ever, because now people are using technology to worship God even more. So, I mean, how many online churches and YouTube churches and televised churches there are. There's more now than ever. I mean, the reach of the church has expanded rather than gone down with scientific development or technological development. So it's not going anywhere. It's actually getting bigger. So that's something that we need to take into consideration. So Thomas Paine here, he favors reason, he favors science, he favors empirical evidence, he favors intelligence or well, intellectual freedom. He favors these things because you can observe, you can rationalize, you can use common sense, you can use things to pinpoint and to say that that this is this, right? So it's a very interesting view of reality, but it was not well received. In terms of deeper meaning and analysis here, this work, it really has a lot to say about society, how we should look at reality, and it's critical of existing bodies of governance. It really does examine that. So again, when you go against religion, as Thomas Paine, I mean, he's trying to say he's not going against religion with this work. He's trying to say that it's just a different way of looking at God. He's not saying he does not. He's going away from atheism, but the public definitely pushes him back towards, like, they say you're an atheist because his belief, his definition of God does not align with the Bible, does not align with any other religion. It's more a way of looking at God where you put God in a corner, and nobody puts God in a corner, because when he's saying, God had created the universe, we should thank him for that, but after that, God is just, he doesn't intervene. That just doesn't sit well with people. And since most people who have ever lived, and even today, most people have something that they believe in. If they don't believe in one of the world major religions, they have some type of thing that they worship or they follow, because human beings, that's what we are. We need a head, and I mean, you can argue it however much you want. We just systematically, um, we like to follow something higher than ourselves, and I mean, the Bible goes into this. Every religion goes into this. We all have this reality to seek for a creator. I mean, you could go to any country on the planet or any tribe or anywhere you want. It's just human beings are always searching for this higher being that that we're seeking. So it's really hard to put that aside, because it's just a natural part of human existence. So interesting work here. Whenever you go against religion, people always have things to say. So this work was not as popular as his other works. Common Sense was very popular, but this work by Thomas Paine, no, not at all. Yeah, that's all I have to say about this work. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Device locked.